hiding behind a Gwent tournament in that game.
Yeah, but
is Gwent fun or awful?
I like it a lot.
Okay, I'll learn it.
But-
I'll see how I do.
I'll give you one tip: get as many spies as humanly fucking possible.
In Gwent or in life?
and in
Yes.
life. All right, should we get started?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think I would call it.
Yeah, I'm only on until 10, so if you want to do like a 15-minute sesh,
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
down, but
Well,
Let's spend the last 15 minutes talking about erections some more.
yeah, that's true. Tony wasn't in here at all for that, so I'm sure he
Sounds like
really
it missed on all sorts of fun.
Uh-huh. That's why you got the name Pony Tony.
oh my god.
We were talking about our furry personas. We decided it would be wasted if you didn't have.
I mean, I wouldn't be Tony the Tiger.
You would be.
Damn it!
That's also really good.
Fucking
And
face!
it's obvious that you are Tony the Tiger.
Damn it!
Oh my
Idiots!
God.
Blame you, Thomas.
What? What? All right. All right.
Oh, and just so you know, they're great.
Thank you. We're not currently sponsored by Frosted Flakes, but get at me, colleagues.
Yeah, I agree.
So, anyways, y'all ready? Finally.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
I'm
hit
not
the
in game
refresh.
session anymore.
Hit the refresh button.
Okay, cool.
It should automatically reload.
I have to probably recreate a Facebook.
Not for the game, no. You're
Well,
fine.
I know, but I was worried because I just don't have like a way of if you were gonna send a link through there.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Can we not just have like a normal group chat and text instead? I feel like the only reason I still have Facebook is for that conversation.
Dude, same. I haven't noticed anything other than missing out on D&D
I
conversation.
haven't
Are
logged
you-
into Facebook.
Are you two fucking kidding me?
I haven't logged into
Right now.
Facebook in.
Bootfart69 forever is not the chat that you guys don't
Oh,
ride
dude.
or die for.
Sometimes
Oh,
I
there's
drop
just a-
things in that chat and it just dies, and it makes me like feel weird about writing you guys about poops. I'm like, why did I even do that? That made me feel weird. But sometimes it's funny.
Oh shit, did
forgot
I
about
do
that
the
one.
wrong chat? No, it's this one. Yeah, it's literally a chat we have about, hey, I had a one wiper today, guys. That's
It's
it.
really it's gold.
That's
Yeah.
it.
What else do you need when you wake up? Other than
Yeah.
you know that your buddy did well. Or not
With the
well.
sphincter. It was great. All right. Anywho, let's rock and roll on this, guys.
Yeah, 1 second. One of my coworkers joined up in Twitch, so I was trying to just let him know that I don't have the function to do chat right now for whatever reason. But anyways, let's get into the game. So we return again to the continent of Keplar, home of the countries Novar, Valera, and Hyde. You four natives of Novar, through desires of your own choosing, decided to join the Hunters Guild to achieve your ends, whatever they may be. Recently, you have been promoted to senior operatives, which have given you certain powers and rights within Novar, one of which was the ability to take on 3 tasks at a time. The first you have mostly completed was to deal with the undead outbreak at the Akala Research Facility. The second and third, in no particular order, is to investigate a kidnapping of a Novarian noble's daughter thought to have been taken to Valera, and an expedition to recover some artifact in an ancient temple found in the Great Eld jungle of Novar. Currently, you are on a boat piloted by Birder, a man who swore to help you reach Akala if you would help him with the task as well. You have just completed the excursion of the facility and came out with 2 survivors, Hanal and Darby, which had a hand or two in the outbreak itself. Yeah, you guys have the researcher Hanal and Ward and Darby captured, arrested. When you boarded the boat, you decided to tie them up and arrest them and deliver them once they get back onto mainland. The ship Captain Birder has now led you towards Bandit's Cove, a secluded island off the coast of Novar that has found home to retired pirates, bandits, thieves, the exiled, really anyone looking for a safe haven outside of Novarian order. Its task for you, as it is, was to help smuggle food and supplies from Gozrez Wharf, where you guys departed at, to the Bandit's Cove. You were requested to simply act as like bodyguards or escorters, as Birder's last crew was attacked by both pirates and a giant sea monster, that of which, well, with Ryan holding it down, beat the shit out of. On approach towards Bandit's Cove, this island that's on your screen right now, to the two of you, Steve and Dan, have found heavy smoke rising a ways into the island and two Novarian Navy ships at the port. The other two, Maroc and Worf, you guys failed your perception check, and while you can see the Novarian ships at port, nothing else really is standing out to you. But it is here we shall begin. The boat is pulling in closer. Do we have any questions before we begin?
We're seeing smoke, Matty Patty.
You're not seeing shit.
I'm not seeing shit. Okay.
You aren't. Well, you're not taking in the environment. You do see two Novarian. You specifically, Maroc, see two Novarian ships docked at the island. Worf paying whatever attention he wants to on that as well. But Steve and Dan specifically, you are hearing, or actually, Steve, you see the smoke rising. If I remember right, Steve, you see the smoke rising coming from the island itself. Dan, you specifically even hear like the cries of war and battle and the clanging of swords and everything. You're actually seeing and hearing the battle that is happening within the island.
Also, I'm sorry, Patty. Why are we at the island?
To do the job for Birder.
So remember
man.
when you and Peter, well, you more successfully than Maroc was at trying to coerce this Birder gentleman in shipping you guys to Akala. He responded with, he'll scratch your back if you scratch his. He wanted help originally to deliver these supplies to this cove because that's where his wife and daughter live. Yeah. That's where he hails as well, but he is the smuggler for this island.
Got you. I thought we'd do that hoping that Patty would forget about it.
But the funny thing is, Thomas, is technically he already did everything that we needed from him. We could have just said, fuck you, bring us back to there and be done.
Hopped up and swam back.
Yeah. I don't think that would have worked too well for you, but by all means, you're more than welcome, Maroc, if you feel you are efficient enough of a swimmer.
How far is a swim?
No, I don't think Maroc wants to do that.
Probably
I'm just saying player Peter could have done.
What if we steal the boat, Maroc?
If it's 50,
exactly.
40 or 50 nautical miles, so it's quite a swim. You'd probably die from fatigue, exhaustion.
You could have fucking killed this guy.
Drowning.
Anyway.
Do any of us know how to sail a ship?
I don't think so.
I do. I could fucking do it.
You have shipping lore, sir?
Yeah.
Shipping lore?
I mean, you can certainly try to pilot the boat. I will say, you guys are more than welcome to do anything you would like to in this world. But currently, at this very exact moment, you guys are within half.
Carter's been a pretty good friend to all
I'm
of
not
us.
saying you guys.
Yeah, he has been pretty nice to us. He's been chill.
He's one of our best friends, I'd say.
29 on me just performing to roll the boat.
Well, the boat is probably about a half a nautical mile in as the boat are pulling in towards this island. And Birder is actually obviously looking more strictly than you guys are, or specifically at this land. And he kind of points out at the way and is screaming, You guys, do you see what's going on? I need you to get ready.
I'll get my dagger out and everything like that.
Hold
but
on,
Maddie,
we were just helping him shift the ship. We don't have to fight all these goons.
Well, we're like escorting the goods, so
Into the city, or I thought we were just escorting them to the island.
Well, into the city is the island, Thomas.
I know. I'm just trying to get out of this.
Is Maddie? Does Marak know that the Navarian ships or guards or sailors were the ones who that Birder was in conflict with last time?
Well, I can say you're smart enough to know this. I mean, obviously, if this is an island of retired pirates and bandits, while they might be more possibly evil, possibly just neutral characters, obviously they themselves have had plenty of run-ins with the Navy in times past. So you don't know why they're there and suddenly attacking this city, or if it's even them that are attacking this city. But you could make the clear assumption that obviously the Navy is there for some just reason.
Okay, so then maybe we need to discuss this as a party here real quick. Let's have like a
You got about
aside.
0.4 nautical miles before he pulls up.
Okay, what are we feeling, y'all? Like, do we... I'm sorry. What are we feeling?
All right, Marak. This is what I think. And my fear is, if you take Birder's B that starts his name, strip the end of the B, flip it, you get murder.
You do. You do. You're right.
I don't see what insects have to do with this fight.
That's all I have.
That's it? Okay. Okay. Dan, what are you thinking?
Well, it sounds like a good fight, and we'll keep our promise to the man. It's a win-win.
Are we at all nervous about the fact that we are going to be going against possibly the Navarian Royal Navy?
I mean, dead men don't remember.
It is true.
we should maybe try and find whoever's in charge of the Navy, because maybe this is all just a big misunderstanding.
That could also be true, Steve.
I like that idea, and we can also flash these bad boys. I'm gonna flicker my sheriff's badge.
Yeah, because we let us do whatever we want, right?
Yeah, and apparently, if Novarian ship's on here, this must be Novarian sovereign soil, so we have authority here.
But do we know that, Matt, if this is?
Anybody trained, honestly, if you're trained in either survival or society, yes, you would know that technically the islands are part of Novarian's control.
Fucking right. All right. So we have authority here then.
Perfect. So at that
All right,
point, you are about 0.1 nautical mile away when Birder shouts from the I don't know, the steering wheel of the boat. All right, boys, I'm going to pull in as close as possible, but I don't want us getting caught in any Novarian cannon fire. One of you will need to throw the rope bridge down as close to land as you can so that all of you can disembark. I'll head to the west and moor there and await your instructions. Please,
Oh, God,
let
rope
no
bridge.
harm come to these people.
Birder, you mean the other pirates, right? Retired ones?
Don't let any harm come to my family.
The retired pirates.
Yes, quickly,
Okay,
grab
just wanna
that
be
rope
clear.
bridge.
Okay,
Toss the
I
rope
grabbed the
bridge.
All right, who's
Oh,
tossing?
okay.
Who's tossing the rope bridge?
I helped Dan.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Dirty 20.
Oh, beautiful.
Assistant.
You failed in your assistance, but Dan, it's good enough. You're able
Wait,
to,
why is he frightened?
because he's in water. You grab the rope bridge and you toss it out while Marak is trying to help and just ends up just flapping his wings instead. And the rope bridge lands about probably 20 feet into sand, and you guys descend the rope bridge. Hopefully, if anybody does not want to, please say so.
Going down.
I'm
Steve,
going
I kinda
down.
like your idea on
Shut up, dude. I was gonna do that same exact thing.
Steve, I kind of like your idea on this whole thing. Maybe we should go try and talk to the Navarian.
Yeah, I mean, we're all friends here, so like, it's got to be some misunderstanding.
Every fucking time. Every time. All right. Hey, Worf, just be careful. Steve's doing his whole friendship dance here thing again here. So
Can I hear this?
yeah, I'm saying it loud enough right in front of you. Like I'm not trying to be quiet.
I'm not dancing yet, but you know I've got the skills.
So, anyways, so you guys make it up to the sand. Oh, sorry, Thomas? Worf?
Oh, if that's something Steve says, I'm gonna put my hands on my hips and kind of do like a weird like horse ridey move at him.
You guys can slosh through the water, horse riding each other.
No, we're gonna.
Mercy.
I was trying to get through it. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna dance my way up on the shore.
I mean, you keep your head keeps
One
fucking
step forward and two steps. No, I can't control my character, so that song didn't work.
Shit, this is not gonna be good, boys.
You're
God damn it.
Steve, you keep losing your footing in the sand, and luckily are able to at least struggle your way onto shore. And as you guys head onto the beach, the smell of smoke and the sound of clashing swords surround you. You see as clear as day from here, many Navy soldiers fighting what looks to be like older men and even some women on the beach and far into town. Just north of you, just ahead, looks to be the captain, possibly of either the fleet or just one of the ships, just screaming out of the top of his lungs, "Find the bastards! Kill them all if you have to! Abaddar is my witness! We will end every single pirate if it's the last thing we do!"
Maybe I was wrong, Peter. Maybe we should trust this Navy that's murdering old women and people. You're right, dude.
From that,
Wait, you said we're wrong. You were wrong or right?
I was being sarcastic in saying that you were right.
At this point, the Navy, this captain man here, comes up to you guys and says, "Who the hell are you? You ain't no pirates."
We are
Flash the
not
badge.
Captain Man.
Okay,
And
I do look at
dude.
Steve and I go, "All right, Steve, do you still want to try and resolve this peacefully, or do we just do this?"
Well, you wanted to side with the Navy, right? I don't want to kill these old
I
people.
was saying, hey, do you think this sounds like a good idea? And maybe we should, because you always say, everyone's your fucking
guys,
We
friend."
have a man
Guys.
right here. We
Guys.
are.
Hey, how's it going? Captain, sir. My name's Steve.
It was
By the
Captain
way,
Man.
does everyone else have the swords
my
clashing
name-
sound going on? In
My name is
background?
Isgar
Awesome.
Mende, actually. I'm captain of the 6th Naval Brigade.
Great to meet you. We're from the Hunters, the Guild. We're from the Guild.
The Hunters Guild,
flashing my
eh?
badge.
From the guild, yes, the Hunters Guild.
Flashing my badge.
Well, I guess the
As you can
chancellor...
see,
Oh.
we've got authority here. What's going on? What's the situation?
Well,
Holy shit,
I guess
think he just cut off that woman's arm.
the chancellors gave you this mission as well? And he holds out a scroll.
Can I read it?
Yes, you can.
Actually, can Thomas read it?
Depends who's grabbing the scroll out of the man's hand. Who's grabbing it?
I think Thomas needs to grab it.
All right,
Marak grabs it and goes, "Here you go, Worf. Yeah, I really like when you read things." And like just plops it right in his gut.
Oh, fucking hell. God damn it. I'm not reading that shit.
Where is it?
Right, hand it to me. I'll take it.
All right.
We can't see it.
Yeah, okay.
All right. You got it?
To Adarian Shum, Naval Commander, 2nd Precinct, St. Gazra's Wharf. With recent developments and the situation in dealing with the pirates of the southern borders of the Great Nova.
My God.
It has been deemed necessary that further aggressive action.
Oh my God. I'm about to mute you, Thomas. Shut the fuck up.
I fucking hear a thing.
In order to restore peace in the waters of our homeland. The ecology is a necessity to the import and export of goods and services throughout both our country and the continent of Kepler. The actions of the pirates aboard the ship deemed Sea Wraith has put a tremendous amount of pressure on each port on the southern coast and cost lives of many innocent citizens. This order is the authorization set forth to you and your lessers and allows any and all action necessary within reasons as deemed by you or your lessers within confines of the law set by the people in the apprehension of the crew of Sea Wraith by any means necessary, dead or alive. This order expires at its conclusion or if expunged by a 2/3 majority of the Novarian Parliament. Novarian Chancellors, Erastus the Eighth, love of the people, strength of the nation.
That was cool, dude.
So you're looking for the crew of the Sea Wraith?
Yes. We are.
And
These,
are all of these people that are being slaughtered here? They're all crew members?
No, but our scouts received word that Sea Wraith had departed here just yesterday. These men have put up a hard fight as soon as we touched ground. As far as I'm concerned, retired, exiled, or what have you, these men are still pirates, still thieves, still worship the damned Besmara.
Well, I do notice that it says here, all actions within the confines of the law. And I feel like this
I
is
am the law.
Oh, sorry, sir. We are the law.
We are the law,
Your
and then I'm
badge
going
again.
to show them all the badges.
Okay. At this point, Marak is getting too much talky and doesn't like this asshole, and it's just like, all right, Dan, let's do what we do best.
Sounds good to me.
Wait,
I
hey, do you
attacked
think
the man
maybe
in
you
front of
could
me.
stop
Okay.
the slaughter?
So first off, so you guys are gonna, all right. So, oops, we're gonna go ahead and, okay, Steve, you
18
gotta,
for diplomacy.
he seems unmoved, but first off, we're gonna go ahead and, oh, fuck me, I need to click on combat state.
Damn, fucking Dan is slowly creeping up there.
And then, if
Don't
every,
mind me while you guys are fighting. They're just walking.
I mean, I figured if you guys talk enough, I can go do my own thing.
Jesus Christ.
so if you guys want to go ahead and roll initiative, it seems
Gotta help these
Dan, no
people.
matter what, is going to make the first action after I re-roll, or after he finishes rolling. 'Cause there is,
We're fighting these dudes?
well,
I mean, I am. You don't have to.
yes, since Dan is bringing down the first swing, I'm going to initiate combat. You don't have to fight on your turn, but you will have to wait for your turn. So, Dan, go ahead. You, as everybody's kind of chit-chatting, you start walking up to the first Navy guard here, and you go and power strike the fuck out of him with a critical hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damn it, fucking Christmas. Way to go, Tony.
What the fuck?
So you bring down your hammer. Or sorry, your great axe. You bring down the great axe, and as he's kind of like towing it with this this old man here, he just the old man just suddenly sees an axe appear out of nowhere, kind of slashing diagonally straight through this man's chest, cleaving him quite literally in two. And you have one action left.
Actually, that we'll just step up to the next man and get ready.
Okay.
You sure you want to keep fighting there, Captain Guard? Maybe we lay down our weapons and talk like civilized creatures?
What?
That's what we were just doing. I'm saying this to Marak. Before
no,
you said, Dan,
no.
let's start fighting, we were
No, I
talking
didn't say
like
let's start fighting.
civilized.
Let's do what we do best. I'm implying that, like, hey, everyone should stop.
Okay.
Because they were fighting while we were talking.
So the Navy Guard, let's see, that would be against your, or the Navy captain, is in midst of all this talk, hears what Dan just did and kind of turns his back a little bit and was like, "What's going on? What are you doing? What are you? All right, if that's it, you guys are going down with them then. I should have known you probably stole those fucking badges, you motherfuckers."
How dare you, sir? We earned these.
And he first takes out his great axe from his belt, readies it up, and brings it down on the only person next to him.
Ooh, let's do it.
Which is
Good
you,
question, Matt.
Marok.
Did we heal from last night, or are we all still partially injured?
No,
You're all
we're
still partially injured.
Well, we rested,
right.
but we didn't get fully healed.
Marok, does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so next up would be this guard who's going to go ahead and just strike this pirate.
Yeah, part of me feels like I need to do disrupt prey for my.
Critical hit. Double damage to him. Strikes him again with his other weapon. Or same weapon, just. I'm just going to do this real fast. Doesn't hit. All right. Steve, you are technically up next. So you got the Navy commander look behind him, see Dan immediately just cleave a man in two, and pulls out his own great axe and tries to power attack Marok.
All right. Why don't I mix things up and start out by activating Tiger Stance? And then... Wait, did that work?
Oof.
There we go. I'll step up to him. And... Yeah, okay, good call. I'll step up to him, and then I will do...
He's... Never mind. Continue.
But...
Nope, continue.
Does he have a...
It wouldn't matter.
attack of opportunity?
You're not moving out of combat, so you're fine.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for
There we
turning
go.
yourself.
And then I'll do Flurry of Blows. I'm gonna get him with a quick 1-2.
The quick 1-2, got it.
Blow him.
Does a 23 hit?
23 definitely hits.
Not
not a critical.
To target him.
All good. So you kind of 1-2, or well, you do your 1 first,
And then
as he's getting struck by behind.
He's got to roll a Fortitude save to keep from being stunned as well.
Nice.
Since I struck.
Yep. Does a 19 succeed?
21 is my DC.
So he is now stunned. Got it. All right.
Stunned 1.
Okay.
And
On
then
one? Nice.
Still hits.
hit him with the other hand there. For 7 more damage. That's a terrible roll.
Yes, it was.
2d8 plus 4 for 7.
You got 2 actions, or 1 action left, dude.
I have 0 actions. I activated Tiger Stance, then I moved, and then I did fire.
Oh, that's right. Some other
Very
action happens up above. Marok, you are up next.
Okay. I'll hunt prey as first action. So target is my hunted prey. Then let's go ahead and first. I'm gonna try and scare this mother. No, I'm gonna try and feint against him. Free hand.
Okay.
Deception against him. Hey, look over there. Well, actually, I don't need to do that because he's already. I'm gonna try and trip this foot. Let's just hit him.
Oh my god, what are you gonna do, Peter?
I was gonna hit him. I forgot that I'm flanking. I was gonna hit him.
All right. Hey, you hit.
It hits.
He's just sitting there a little dazed from being struck from behind.
And I slash stab at him with my dagger. And then... Damn it, did I take... don't think I did do that. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna try and trip this motherfucker.
Okay.
So this one, Maddie, I don't think it's gonna automatically do it. I'm gonna have to up the -5 on the athletics
That's
check on
fine.
this one. I'm gonna trip him, so this is going against his reflex save.
Yep.
Am I still frightened?
Yes.
Whatever.
But it's okay. You do trip
So that
him.
would be I trip him?
You do trip him.
Yes! He's tripped, motherfuckers! Okay, so, haha, man, awesome. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Worf. You can do whatever you want to do, buddy.
Whatever.
I mean, diplomacy's out the fucking window.
Well,
gonna-
not with that attitude.
Move right here. I'm gonna loudly say, "I am sorry. I don't know how this got to be this way," and I'm gonna stab him in the face with my rapier,
Okay. Nice.
which I think I just gave you the description of my rapier. I
Thanks.
feel like every single time we play this, I have to relearn how to fucking.
you just have to, yeah. You'll get there.
Here we are. Oh mercy!
Oh, mercy indeed. That is a critical,
My.
buddy. So
yeah, so
how are you going to
keep-
critically hurt this motherfucker?
I've already told you. I stepped up to him and I said, "I'm so sorry. I don't know how we got here," and then I stabbed him in the face.
Did you like do a slow stab, like as if you're going to push it all the way through in his
Oh,
mouth?
not at all. I just fucking just like jabbed really fast, but like uncomfortably. So it definitely wasn't like a uglier hit.
Well, it definitely killed him. He sat there kind of dazed and confused, got thrown onto the ground, and then with the last bit of consciousness he had stored into him, all he heard was, "I'm sorry," before a
I'm sorry.
and the commander is dead. You have one action left.
Where's the next dude?
Oh, they're all
Oh,
forward.
there's a line of fucking dudes up there. Okay.
Yeah, some are already dead, some are alive. They're all just kind of fighting each other.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, they're dropping like flies.
What's my moving speed?
25 probably, or 20?
Yeah,
You
let's
have
go.
25
He's a dwarf,
feet.
so 20.
He has 25 feet. Yes, you have 25 feet.
I'll just go right here then.
Okay, good. All right,
This guy's a giant.
yeah, thanks. This next guy is gonna go ahead and strike this motherfucker. Hits him. Does some damage. Murders. Dead.
He's dead.
Okay, next guard is over there by Tony. He's gonna turn around to you, Tony, and is like, what the fuck? He's actually now flat-footed because he has two hostile creatures at him.
Didn't your mother teach you to respect her elders, boy?
He's gonna stab your ugly face because he didn't realize one could be burned so badly. Does a 20 hit you?
It does not.
Oh, he's gonna panic and kind of like flop his sword around as if it's like a baby stick. He's like,
My face has some
get away
leather
from
over
me. Exactly. Get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. Ah! And then at that point, he's gonna turn and try to run for it.
Let him go.
You're gonna let him go?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving up to the top, Dan, it's your move anyways.
Although I will be particular and try to remember his face, because if I find him killing people later, we're gonna have problems.
Oh, baby.
We'll just go right here and slap this guy out of existence.
Okay, you kind of start running forward. You go to make your big swing with your great axe.
Or attack.
You critically hit him. And you just come out of nowhere, straight out of dodge. And you jump over the crystal rocks poking out of the beach. Jump up, crash it down, and destroy him. What action left? Oh, wait, no, it was a power attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's two.
All right,
Just to look at the
Steve.
other guy and be like, hey, fight people who are like, I don't know my lines, I'm just stabbing people.
That's fire. That's fair.
How do you guys select enemies?
Hold Alt.
Double. Oh yeah, no, it's different on you. Sorry.
What do you have
Oh,
to do?
I think you can hold Alt and click on something, or I don't know.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
what I
That's it. You're right.
It's,
Hold
it's
Alt.
double right click for me.
So Steve, you
I'd
start
use
running up
2
to.
actions to get over there,
Okay, you got 1 action left.
and then I'll do a flurry of blows for that last action.
Nice, dude.
You're gonna punch him twice. Good luck. You hit.
All right, and then he's
Wow.
gotta do a fortitude save. How am I rolling so terrible? I've gotten
It's okay.
a 1 and a 2 on both of these.
Oops.
So he failed that.
So he's stunned. Okay.
And then for the second roll,
Oh, missed. All right. This pirate's gonna run up here and try to join you and doing some damage to him as well. And takes out his 2 daggers and starts stabbing him in the shoulder. Hits him. Does a meager 7 damage, but he's gonna strike with his other dagger in his other hand. And it's like, rah! And critically fail, break his arm, and is unable to use that arm anymore. The second pirate is... Second pirate is going to run up as well to try to help out, using 2 actions to get to you guys. But with his 1 dagger, he's going to run and jump up, try to bring down the pain, does so. And... still standing, Marak.
Marak's gonna see, is looking around here and is like, yeah, they seem like they know what they're doing here. I'm gonna rummage through our Navy Guard captain here.
Okay.
I can wait.
I mean,
That's that way you don't have to interrupt combat, but I want to be the first one to rummage through his pockets.
okay. Well, he's wearing a half-plate armor, and he's got a great axe on him. That's all.
Anyone got any arrows? That's what I'm looking for.
None of them have bows, so no one's got arrows.
All right, we can go to someone else's turn then.
Then we move on to Worf.
I'm gonna use 1 turn to ask Marak if he's a top tucker or bottom tucker. While he's rummaging through his pants.
Marak says, my wiener's kind of curly, so it just does whatever it wants.
No, he was asking
Talking
about.
you, brother. But I'll draw my throwing gluttonous spear as well. And fuck, who's left?
It's just technically
That's
just this
Dan.
one up here.
Well, I don't even have an aim on him. All right.
You can also move forward some to be within your range.
I'm moving right here.
Yeah.
What was that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that was good. And then I'm going to throw my spear.
Okay, throw your spear.
Is that just normal?
Yeah, it's still just a normal. Oh, well, it's your. It should have like spear thrown or something like that. A plus 14 to throw it.
Plus 13.
Oh.
That sound right?
Probably good enough.
Okay.
You do hit. So as he's trying to like fight off like 3 pirates, Steve, Dan, a spear just kind of flies through the air, strikes him, and
Aiming
I think
for that dome.
does not kill him. He is still surprisingly a bit hardy enough.
I'm going to beckon it back to me.
In his last-ditch effort to try to save his own life, he's going to try to stab at Steve first, be like, no, get away from me. Miss horribly, I'm sure. Stab at the pirate that's next to him, like, it's still waving it like a stick, as if he was a hired hand, not one ever bred for war, and so he's more scared than anything. Misses terribly and forfeits his last action. Dan, you're up.
You should have run, boy.
Please, no. I didn't even want to fight this senseless war. I just wanted to
Dan hit on every single one of his attacks.
The answer is yes.
How do you finish him as he's like pleading for his life and trying to explain that he's from a poor family and this is the only thing he was good for?
Well, I guess as long as he's complaining about his family, he'll make the cut clean and just go right through his neck, so they can still identify the body.
Okay, so as he like, and his head just drops and rolls. He only had 2 hit points left. So
I mean, 46 points of damage. I feel like that body just fucking exploded.
From there, everything kind of dies down in your immediate area, but of course, further on ahead, the town itself seems to be still in a state of constant warfare.
To the next fight! Run forward.
Dan, slow the fuck down.
I know that Dan did a lot of damage.
Murder.
I would like to just make the point, I did 9 damage. So, in that
It's okay.
What the fuck that means, Marok?
I did a
Murder.
lot. I did a lot.
How far are we bringing you?
Birder? Who?
Bird is still on the ship.
Birder moored on the west side.
Are we not even close to him? I thought he was like at least in yelling distance.
No.
He left. He fucked off.
What are we
he
doing
left
here then?
him,
Because we're here to deliver his shipment, right?
Well, yes, but until his island was under attack and Dan decided to end all diplomacy by cleaving a man in twain.
Okay, so what is our go? What's our way forward?
So
here?
far, Steve and Dan have started running north into the village.
They're just fucking joining the war.
Yes, that's
We're
what
trying to find Birder.
those two are.
Which way did Birder go?
Birder, you
West. You guys are going north.
Let's go west then.
I want to get back to Birder and see like what he's wanting us to do here. That he feels that our contract with each other is met.
Dan, what are you doing?
I'm afraid I may have already ran off into the battle.
That's fair enough. Then we
Catch
will.
up when you can, kiddies.
Yes,
Damn it.
quite literally. Let's go ahead and we'll start with Dan. Now, Marok, Steve, and Worf, you guys are just going to be kind of off to the side a little bit here. Just because we'll get to you in just a second. But as you guys run off and away, Dan, you start charging forward into the village. Sure enough, smoke and fire are just filling this whole village as if the Navy was hired to quite literally just burn it, pillage it to the ground. Hopefully that was some way to try to ascertain some information about this ship, Sea Wraith, but I mean, I don't know, seems like a fucked up way to do it, but who knows?
Are we not supposed to be able to see anything?
I have moved you guys off screen.
Okay.
Can you not see anything?
Well, I can see like just the very like left corner.
Yes,
and then all the rest is black.
Yep, that's perfect. Dan, hold on, let me reinitiate combat for everybody.
I was gonna say, can I offer them an ultimatum before I start murdering them?
You can, as you run into... I will give you that. I will give you one action before I initiate combat. You start charging in.
Can I activate that lovely fear mask you gave me?
By all means, you turn it on. How do you turn it on?
You interact with it.
Fucking face, Tony.
He gave me a little demon mask at some point that I've technically been wearing this whole time for +1 to intimidation, but it lets you cast a fear within like however far fear goes.
Yeah, but how
does
does
like
one
you should
interact
reskin
with
it.
it?
I don't know. It just says 2 actions interact.
Yeah. I feel like you should reskin it, Tony, where it's not a fear mask, it's just literally your face. It's not a mask, it's just
a mask that's just my face.
Same face.
No, but what I'm asking from you, Dan, is how do you, as the owner of said demon mask, how are you interacting with it? Are you pressing a button? Are you just slapping it over your face?
I guess we'll technically lower it into the facial position and let its fear emanate with my shout. Stand down, Navy dogs, or die this night.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation. Oh wait, no, sorry. They just have to make their will saves. Whew.
Oh, nice.
And
Will save of 20. It looks like it's from the item. Everyone within. So how far? Me?
so I will just say I'm just gonna roll for 3 of them to make this happen a little faster. Oh my god, one of them was like on the corner of fucking crit as well. Okay, but everybody else, good enough. Everybody else seems frightened. One turns to you, though. Everybody kind of backs down and settles up. And the one who critically succeeded was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he starts trying to advance on you.
It's simple. You didn't stand down. I kill you. That's all you need to know.
Perfect, I'll let you go first.
Oh boy. You know what? You love it. It's the good old power attack.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely hit him. It's not quite the critical, but I believe, you know what? It's so close to death. It's so, like, literally had 1 hit point left that he's just gonna be on the ground, kind of like, oh my god. He's just immediately frightened one as well.
Just, grab his head, push it down close, and like, last chance.
At that point, with everybody else kind of like just gripped with fear, each of the pirates in turn just goes ahead and uses their action to just press into their navy guards that they were in combat with, killing all but this one last little guy who actually no, I do take that back. You see this guy over here, Tony?
Yep.
He's that man you just mentioned earlier.
Oh.
Who has ran back into town and reassumed combat.
What? I thought we changed his life.
Well, I guess we're going to change it in just a few seconds. I assume that's all the actions on my turn. Oh, wait, no, I just did 1 move. I still have 1 more move. I can move to him.
Oh, don't worry. I'll let you just go ahead and move to him. And he's definitely back down, though. He's kind of like dropped his sword and was like, and it's just staring at you, not hostile at all. You clamber over to them, standing inside of fire, which is adding just another level of fear. In fact, I'm going to move the rest of you over here real quick, just so you can see what's going on.
People.
God, no, stop. Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go.
Did I do this?
Stop moving, Steve. Fuck off. All right. Yeah, so Dan standing in the fiery flames that are dancing around you with your axe in your hand. What would you like to do?
No second chances.
Please stop. Please leave me alone. I don't want to do this anymore. It's just you murdered all my friends and now you're murdered.
And holding up what is the larger piece of him, I'll show it to the rest of his companions and say, "You've had your 1 chance to surrender. This man threw his away. I suggest you don't take his course."
At this point, all sense of fighting has ceased. Some of the Navy people who threw down their swords were then just coup de grace by the pirates in the scene.
Whoops.
There are still a couple left. This one and another one next to you, as far as you can see right now. But we'll move back to Worf, Marak, and Steve. You guys start moving to the west side of the island, and sure enough, you see Birder's boat just moored probably about 200 feet back off the shore.
His boat is 200 feet off the shore.
Yes. So he's at least within...
He dropped us off and then he sailed?
Yeah, he had you throw the rope bridge. You guys climbed down it to get onto the land.
Oh, that's what I thought. I thought you guys said that he ran off to the west.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No,
but okay,
he
I thought he
piloted the
sailed
boat.
away, but then okay, yeah, that's what I had originally thought.
Ryan is correct,
Okay.
Peter.
But then I was led astray. All right.
I thought he
All right, let's go
docked,
to the boat.
and then
Is
we
Birder-
just fucking hopped in.
do we see any tracks of or any? Is Birder there?
Yeah, Bert. I mean, you can see him. I mean, he
He's
actually.
waving right there, Murak.
Thank you, and thank you, Worf. That is exactly what he was doing. He was like, "What news of Bandit's Cove?"
Hey, Worf, he's right there. Did you have some questions you want to ask him?
I did. How far do you want us to bring this until we feel our contract is met?
Well, is the island safe? Have the Navy stepped down yet? Have they ordered the retreat?
Yeah, I think Dan.
What?
All good over here, buddy.
I'm gonna do a big thumbs up.
Dan is in the middle of negotiations.
Dan, you're not there. Just kidding. All right, I'll bring up the boat. Give me about 10 minutes. Takes a little bit of time to move even like 20 feet in this thing.
Take your time. You're good.
Throw another big thumbs up, and then while I have my thumbs up, and I look at Murak and Steve and be like, "Sweet, make sure Dan's okay."
Yeah, we probably should actually.
Yeah, I'm really worried about poor Dan. He's kind of like the tissue paper. I'm really worried he's gonna get hurt.
I'm not worried about him, but I don't know if we just gave Jabroni advice to our friend Birder about docking his ship on, or if we're actually like going to be in more combat and shit.
Yeah, we should probably go make sure of that.
Okay.
So let's go.
So, in the time that because these sequence of events were pretty much at the same time, you guys do make it back onto the beach, and you start heading into town. And sure enough, the clashing of swords, the clanging of everything, and the screams of battle, everything just ceases, and it's all eerily quiet as you approach into the village itself. Getting into the village itself, you see one man who has got just gushing blood down his chest, just lying in the middle of the cul-de-sac, I guess, or whatever. This man right here. You don't see Dan anywhere right now. You did just hear him over here.
Dan.
Dun.
Hail, companions,
is this
enjoy
guy-
the fight.
Is this guy dying, Maddie?
He's got one. I mean, he's gushing blood, but he's not dying.
Oh, hey, looks like you got everything under control here, huh?
Has he surrendered?
Yes, as you get closer, Murak, you do notice that there are what look to be two Navy soldiers left alive, both with their weapons down and kind of cowering in fear. You do see a couple of corpses of other Navy soldiers who have been just kind of stabbed in one way or the other. You see another one that was just absolutely obliterated. His body exploded from Dan's crushing critical hit. And not only that, but also this guy who clearly has a giant axe wound in his chest.
Sure. You should probably get that looked at, dude. I don't know if you're gonna make it. Dan, cleaning the house.
A great day to be alive.
Who are you
Not to fear
guys?
those other guys.
Hey, do we have a team
Who the
name?
hell are you guys?
I'm Steve. We're all from the Hunters Guild.
War camp plan.
War clan.
War clan, idiot, Murak. It was right there.
Can I, Steve, Murak, Dan, and Worf, can I please get a perception check from you guys?
As initiative?
Nope.
Why not me?
Don't worry about it, Steve.
Don't worry about it, Steve.
Okay. Moroccan. So Dan, you pay no mind. You're happily drenched in blood and proud of your actions today. But Moroccan Worf, you kind of you Worf more specifically, you realize that what Steve just did kind of gave you guys away. Probably best if you murder the rest of the Navy soldiers.
Shit. Damn it.
Otherwise, they might brand you as criminals.
Oh.
But that is your option.
Wait, who's thinking that?
Worf is. You too,
Okay, so
Marak.
Marak
You've kind of come to the same conclusion. Like, you heard Steve say, we're from the Hunters Guild, and you're like, shit.
Hold on. Wait a second. Do I kind of like make eye contact with Worf and we kind of like are on the same wavelength?
You can if you want to. I'm not going
Like
to
a
prevent
Worf.
you from that.
Worf, I don't know. These guys are surrendering. I mean, you're kind of.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should kill him, but we should explain that they didn't hear what they just heard. Or actually, wait, hold up.
Because we have these badges, we can do whatever we want.
That's
Yeah,
good.
agreed.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to them and flash our badges. Like, all right, we're from the Hunters Guild.
And I'm just gonna hype man up, Worf.
Yes. Any questions?
The one just gushing blood is like, someone help me. But the one to your
Who's asking that? Because I can do that. Who's asking?
This one is.
Lay some hands. Bird, lay some hands on this man.
Okay, I go up to this guy and I go, "Hey, just remember, we're the Hunters Guild. Okay, what you guys were doing was wrong. We have the real orders here.
What?
Just to prove that there's no hard feelings. After the axe you took to your chest, I'm gonna heal you up, man." Please, God, I will be using my hero point. If I critically fail, I will not be killing this guy. I'm gonna medicine check this motherfucker.
I really hope
DC
you get 2
20.
critical fails. I really hope you get 2 critical fails. Damn it.
There it is. So he gets 2d8 plus 5.
Okay.
Suck it, Maddie.
Second
That's for me.
As he's laying some hands on him, I'm gonna crouch down and be like, "Hey, dude, too scary for you? The Hunters Guild will do it for you." You fuck. I screwed up the rhyme. I'm sorry, man.
No,
I'm gonna shake his hand.
That's how you said it in character. I believe it. From there, one of the Navy soldiers is like, kind of approaches and is like, I don't think that's how this works. You're
It does.
just a
Did
private
you
military.
talk to your leader, sir?
What has happened to Isger?
Oh, he's fucking dead.
What? Commander, no! And he starts running.
The man. No, can I grab him?
Yes, definitely. Please.
Okay. Do I have to do a strength check or?
Athletics, yes.
All right. I'm gonna do this and try not being intimidating.
Oh yeah, you got him.
Right.
You grab him.
Right, while I grab him, I'm gonna be also screaming at him about how his commander was a madman and was acting outside of the law.
But our orders, the Sea Wraith, the captain has always been a good man.
Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, you had orders for the Sea Wraith. You had no evidence that these guys even worked on the Sea Wraith. Your own captain said, "Hey, these guys actually aren't on the Sea Wraith. We just think they might be associated with them." No evidence.
Worf, can I get a perception check from you, please?
Absolutely.
And or Marak, are you holding your dagger? Your dagger can be thrown, right?
Yes, it can be. And can I, Maddie, can I make a... oh, God, I don't want to do a diplomacy, but I guess I would be trying to. Can I be trying to do a diplomacy on this guy to, like, get him to, like, see... Because I'm not lying. That was true,
Yeah,
right?
diplomacy would be your friend here. Yes. Worf.
This is going to be terrible. I think it... Oh, go ahead.
Yes, before we get to that, though, Worf, you don't really see anything. You're just kind of holding the man. But at the last split second, you see a dagger from this old pirate just come up and is about to dig straight into the spinal cord of this soldier. If you would like to react to it, if you, Worf, only would like to react to that, you have this moment to do so.
Wait, someone's trying to stab this man that I'm wrestling?
Well, yes, you kind of grabbed him by the arm, you kind of pulled him towards you. At that moment, one of the retired pirates has walked up to him, has pulled out a dagger. You didn't see him pulling out the dagger, but now he is a split second away from shoving that dagger straight into his spinal cord. Or actually, not even the spinal cord, but the brainstem. He's going to push it into his brainstem from under his helmet, which will kill him. And if you want to react, you may.
Yeah.
Then roll reflex. I'm just giving you the option, because you can also do nothing.
How do you like those bones?
How are you going to react? The man's about to drive this dagger straight under the helmet into the brainstem of this soldier.
Are we standing up or are we laying down?
You guys are standing up.
All right, then I'm gonna high kick. My arms are occupied.
Yes.
I'm just gonna high kick at his arm.
That man killed my best friend. He deserves it. He deserves it, I say.
I react again.
What do you want to say or do?
I'm just gonna kick him in the face.
You can certainly do that. While you roll that, Marak, you were going to try to do diplomacy? What are you trying to say to this to the bleeding soldier you just patched up?
Well, no, I had already said it. How, like, I'm trying to convince them that, hey, we are not here maliciously. We were stopping you guys from doing something really unlawful and stupid.
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy. Worf, you didn't quite get a good enough a kick. He's got a boot print on his shirt, but it didn't like connect to his chest.
I don't want to kill the guy.
Oof, that was awesome.
The ways I see it, that man over there, and he kind of points a shaky finger at Dan. That man over there is a true war menace. He will kill all of us if given the chance.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
This
I'm
guy,
gonna use a hero point. I'm re-rolling that, Maddie.
Okay, go ahead.
Turn to my hero point. Yeah!
And he has a... Okay, no. Oh. Well, I understand, but you guys... And he's still holding his shaky finger at Dan. You guys need to keep him in check. Those were my friends you've murdered.
Hey, Dan.
Dan.
What's up?
He called you a menace.
Hey, okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, hey, that's a compliment. Dan takes it as a compliment, okay? Here's the thing, bud. And I'm talking to this guy now. Okay? Dan did nothing wrong. He saw a situation. You guys were attacking. Wrong orders.
I don't think I'm walking away.
You, calm the fuck down.
He's walking around. Did you want to do something, Dan?
He's not armed, right?
Correct, he's not armed.
Just be in the way in case if he tries to run away.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
And I just kind of keep talking about how, like, Dan did nothing wrong. He's just like you guys. You had your orders, you're attacking, and now we're all calming down. You guys have surrendered. We're going to try and figure this out without killing everyone. And by the way, Ryan, this is my long con to prove to you that Marak is not all about bloodshed.
If only we could have calmed down and talked about this earlier instead of saying time to do what we do best.
Ryan, we couldn't. They were in the middle of combat.
Yeah, we were talking to their commanding officer who could have called a halt on the battle.
We couldn't have. And I don't like that Maddie keeps moving everyone around. Do I need to be, oh my god.
Yeah, so
Steve is just leaving.
So yes, as you guys are kind of in conversation, you do notice like The rest of the surviving bandits and thieves and pirates are kind of, with their daggers and swords in their hands, are kind of approaching the situation.
Okay, so if they're doing that, do the pirates, are they looking pretty menacing? Like they've got
they've literally tried to murder one already.
Has Birder showed up yet? What's taking that guy so long?
He's wasn't
parking a fucking ship, dude.
Also, just double check. There's no other fighting going on in the town, right?
Dan, perception check, please. Because you're the only one who's asking that question.
You know what? I'm curious about that as well.
Dan, there is no combat happening anywhere else. It seems that you must have the last couple of soldiers in your grasps.
Cool. Are the Navy ships still firing on the town?
The Navy ships they were not ever firing on the town.
Oh, okay. They were just nearby.
Correct. Birder was afraid that they would be shot at if they were approached.
Okay.
Maddie, can I do some sort of like recall knowledge or something to see which one of these pirates seems to be the like alpha or like their leader or the strongest out of all of them?
It won't be a recall knowledge. I would say give me a perception check, because there's no really knowledge you would be able to do about it, but just kind of surveying your area and what you're kind of standing in right now.
Just obviously besides danger.
Yes. So yeah, with that critical, you know that there's actually a man back here who is very much
this guy?
Yes, who is very much the leader, and he is also approaching at this point too. Or at least he's the elder, I should say.
Okay, all right. I'm talking to him now.
Yep.
Hey there, Mr. Old Man in red. Look, we all you don't have to lay down your weapons. I understand. These guys are here invading your home. Can we just relax? We have these guys. They've surrendered. Can't really do anything else, because if they do, Dan will just cut off their heads. And I look at the three guards and I just go, I'll be fine. Don't worry. Dan's a really
Tell you what, I'll assist Maroc with this, and then square up with leader and say, by right, they have surrendered to me. Their lives are forfeit to me, and I claim them.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, Dan, the big dick baller, swinging way past his knees now, guys.
Go ahead and give me what's that to be? Intimidation, Dan?
You know what? We might as well make it intimidation, because that's all I pretty much got.
Yeah, big dick swinging, and even the old man's like, "Oh, okay, but they burned down our village, and we're starving artists here."
Well, then you should look to the west and see that one of your friends has come to aid you. Until then, anyone who surrenders will be mine. And if I feel inclined, I may make them help you recover.
Oh, okay, everybody, stand down and stand back. Let the Hunters Guild deal with this. Oh, okay, all right, okay, but my wife has killed him and stuff. Now they're all incoherently crying. Even the soldiers are incoherently crying about their livelihood and what's left of them and their friends. The other pirates are also crying about what's left of their village.
I have an idea, and it's not a good one, but we should take these three men and go take their boats from them.
You mean go hijack the Navarian ships?
Yes.
Maroc looks over at Dan. Dan, you're a crazy son of a bitch. And then he puts out his bird hand and like juts it out so that way Dan can just clasp onto it real hard. Wait.
Attempt to give him a good handshake without breaking his bird bones.
There's going to be a lot more people on those ships, right? Should we maybe try to talk to them before we try to hijack their ship?
Oh my God, Steve! Always God. Okay, fine. Yeah, I guess that's right. That's good.
It never hurts to talk first. You always ask for their surrender before you murder them all.
Yeah, I mean, you never. I always say, stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet.
And Dan says a stranger is just someone who you haven't killed yet.
Truly, the best way to know someone is to kill them. the most intimate moment as their
Well,
death rattles
I mean,
sail
that's-
your ears.
That's debatable. But yeah, I'd love to revisit that conversation at a later time with you, Dan. But let's go. Maybe see about. You want to go see about the ships now, or should we wait till till Birder gets here?
Oh, well, I was just about to say thank you, Steve, for bringing that up, because yes, at this point the birder does seem to be walking onto the scene here from behind. As soon as I can find him. There he is. Birder is approaching. What in great hell's happened here?
Hey, Birder, as you can see, we had it all under control. We are gonna go have a quick chit chat with the naval vessels parked out front. Do you think you could keep an eye on everything here? Make sure nobody loses their heads a little bit, figuratively or literally. And we'll be back in a little bit. We're trusting you.
Well, all right then. I mean, I don't see any reason to argue that point. By all means.
All right.
So,
Thanks, Birder. You're a true friend.
all right. So, sure enough, you guys walk back onto the beach, and the two, well, now 3 docked ships at the 3, or, well, there's probably about 6 or 7 little docks made there, but sure enough, you do see 2 pretty high and mighty Bavarian Navy ships.
Is one like clearly the lead ship?
No, they both look identical, unless you want to make a perception check.
Yeah, I'll make a perception check.
So the man we killed, or I guess I didn't kill him, but my friendly guys killed. He was like the leader of the entire Navy thing, right?
Steve, you tried to take a look at the 2 ships to see if you can discern a difference between the 2, and a seagull passing by drops a turd right on your eyeballs. I'm sorry, what was your question, Dan?
The Navy officer they killed, was he like the man in charge of everything over here?
I mean, how to best explain
He
this?
had the writ, so probably.
We should grab his body. We'll need that.
All right, well, with your strength check, or with your strength in general, Dan, you're able to easily fucking lift him, so.
Should we try to get them to send one of their lieutenants or something down, and then we can parlay with them, or?
Oh, well, we're going out to them to parlay, right?
Well, is that really a good idea? Because if we go out there, they might start shooting at us first, and then.
I mean, do you think they're going to shoot at a group of people that have half of their own men with them? Shields exist in many forms.
You wanna I was gonna ask Maddie, we still have those 3 that are surrendered, correct?
I mean, they're back in town with Birder right now, yes.
Can we?
Oh, I thought we brought them with us.
Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't know if you were bringing them with
Oh,
you.
I thought we were leaving. Yeah, I thought we were leaving with Birder too.
I mean, that's
I
what
wanted to
Steve
bring them
told
with.
Birder. Okay. How are you bringing them?
I mean, literally just march them out in front of me. Don't even need to tie them up.
Perfect. They march out with you. And then you've also picked up the body, and as you're picking up Isger's body, then with the 3 men in front, they kind of look at Isger, Commander Menda.
Indeed, you picked a poor place to pick a fight, and today we're going to send you back home, hopefully in mostly one piece.
Oh, okay.
But here, before we go out, I need to test something. Who am I?
Just are you just
Daddy?
asking the soldiers, or are you asking the
I'm asking the soldiers, not you guys.
Okay. 'Cause I know
Hold
the
on, are
answer.
you wearing the uniform, Tony, or no?
No.
Okay. Did you? So you asked who am I?
Yes.
You're big man daddy.
Interesting answer, but okay. Who are these compatriots that are around you, pointing to my party members?
No one. We don't know who you are.
Good. You seem to know very well what should be happening here. Now let's get you back in those boats, shall we?
Oh, okay.
And I guess we'll try to find a dinghy or whatever, and
don't even worry about a dinghy. The boats have still got their bridges out, so you can board those ships if you would like to, or whatever you would like.
Well, I guess we'll march them up there carrying the body of their leader, and I'll ask him on the way. It's like, is this guy in charge of everything, or is there someone else in command of the boats?
No, that's our commander. He's just the captain of this fleet.
We hear what the commander's name was, Maddie?
The captain's name was Isgar Mende.
Isgar. Okay, got it.
All right, good. And in my free hand, I'll pull up Marak by his badge and say, you see this badge? He's now in charge of you all. We're taking command of the fleet here.
So wait, let me just make sure I'm role playing this right. So Dan, with the 3 soldiers plus the body in tow, you are going up onto one of the ships.
Yeah, the idea is that we're basically going to moderately commandeer everything by asserting charge like how they tried to before, but with a dead commander instead.
Understandable, but that's I'm asking, like, physically, where are you for existing?
Having this conversation on the way up to the boat.
Okay, fair enough. The other 3 of you, with Dan taking helm right now, what are you 3 doing then?
I'm imagining I'm kind of just following right behind Dan.
Okay, Worf?
I definitely still have my dagger out.
I've kind of been waiting for Dan to take some charge, so I'm excited and right behind him.
Okay, fair enough. Steve, any interjections or anything you are trying to do conflictingly?
Not at this point.
Okay.
At this point, I follow along.
Okay, fair enough. So Dan, you with the 3 men in tow, you embark one of the board one of the ships, and sure enough, there's probably 2 or 3 crewmates, definitely soldiers, but not really soldiers, so just more like deckhands, kind of just maintaining the different little activities around the boats themselves. And the 3 of them kind of like turn around and see you walking up with Mende in tow. And the other 3 soldiers immediately like, everybody stand down, don't make any sudden movements, please.
I will drop his body in the boat and say, bring me whoever the hell's in charge of this boat.
One of the deckhands looks at you, looks at the body you just dropped on the ground, and say, where he is.
Good. Then, as a member of the Hunters Guild, we are now taking charge of this operation because you have been wildly misled.
Okay. You got it,
all right.
Chief.
Well, that was easy. We're heading back home.
It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
One of the other deckhands, though, kind of comes up to you, Dan, a little bit, not too closely, so don't get your axe out yet. But he kind of approaches like, what happened to him?
It's simple. They died in the line of duty.
So we're going home then?
Yes. Unfortunately, your orders were not quite correct. He died in the line of duty. Now that we can assert our proper control here, we can send you boys back home and not into the war to die meaninglessly. See these 3 guys? I saved them from their horrible, inevitable death if they decided to stay fighting in that town.
Oh, that was really nice.
Okay, perfect. All right. If it was going to be a 20, they were going to see, he was going to see through it, but no, he totally did.
I mean, that's technically true. He did save them from dying in the town.
Well,
it was just...
but I was more because they're clearly shaking in their boots and panicked. But the deckhands don't care. They're nameless and faceless, and sure enough, they start pulling up the bridge and unrolling everything, and you guys, as you're getting...
We're not going with them, right?
I mean, it's an easy ride back home, isn't it?
Well, we need to go grab
Should
our
probably check in with Bird.
survivors so we can get our bonuses.
Sure, I'll tell them to hold up a second.
Okay
shit, I
there,
forgot
sir.
about the survivors. That's
Just-
right.
Get ready to go, but don't leave quite yet. Our men have to check some things on the shore still.
Should one of us stay on the ship then? I can stay on the ship. Marak
I
can
say,
stay.
I can stick around. Make sure
You
the
think?
3 men know what they know.
I'll stay on the ship with you, with Dan, if Steve and Worf, if you want to go talk to Birder and then go get our survivors.
Okay.
Let's do it, dude.
Okay, so
Let's go.
Worf and Dan, you guys start getting down. And
Worf
at that
and
moment,
Steve.
Worf and Steve, and as if fate had it, Birder's already kind of running back towards you guys. They're going, hey!
I'm gonna dance up the shore again.
A mediocre performance, but a performance nonetheless.
Birder. You don't have to worry about these guys anymore. We're gonna take them with us. Get the heck out of here.
Well, what about your two whatever they're called, people you tied up?
Our travelers are coming with us. That's why we came back here.
Oh, okay.
To pick them up.
Okay, fair enough.
God, I forgot about them.
So yes, Birder, with Birder's help, he kind of taunts the rope bridge so you guys can dock it, grab the 2 bodies, and Hanal and Darby kind of kicking and screaming, what are you doing with that? This isn't mainland. What are you doing?
We're just switching ships. Nothing to be worried about.
Oh, okay. Sounds good then. That was Hanal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys switch boats. Sure enough, we'll speed this up a little bit, but you guys do switch boats, and the deckhands kind of raise the bridges on their subsequent boats and go for takeoff. And one of the deckhands kind of looks at you 3 and goes, "Well, we got a problem here."
Yes.
Well, none of us know how to drive steer this boat.
All right, we're gonna figure this out. First, what's your name, by the way?
My name?
Yes.
My name's Croc.
Crap. All right. Thanks for bringing that up, Craft.
You said crack.
Crack.
Yeah.
Crack is
Was the general guy the only man who knew how to drive the boat?
Worry not, y'all. I'm gonna approach the helm.
You hop up on that helm.
I mean, we could literally just stay here for a week. I can retrain and become a trained in sailor's lore. Then we're good to go.
I mean, or we could just get a ride from Birder. Like,
That's true. But then what are we going to do about all these other guys?
We'll be fine.
The
We
other
can live here now.
Navy boat has started to disembark or
What?
embark.
The second one, the one we're not on.
Oh, wait. Can we flag them down? And how far away are they from us?
Right now, like
Were they in the conversation,
400
or
feet.
did they think that we just are hijacking this boat and they're going to get reinforcements?
they don't know what's going on
Probably
yet.
that one.
They just saw the deckhands start manning the masts, pulling them up, and sure enough, they assumed, oh, it's time to leave.
Wait, how
Okay.
far away are they from us? Because I feel like we need to board that ship.
300
They know
feet.
how to leave. 300 feet?
Yes.
Shit.
Did one of your men signal the other boat if they have a capable driver they could lend us?
We could blow the horn then.
Boy.
Sure.
Okay, 1 second. Thank you. Sure enough, the boats, the masts flip directions and they start turning the boat back around. One of the deckhands from the other boat screams, "What's the matter?" "Oh, they said turn around." What do you want to say to them?
Tell him we need somebody who knows how to friggin' drive a ship.
Wait. Why don't we just get on the ship with them? There's only, 3 deckhands, 4 of us, and 3 of the captured soldiers and 2 of the survivors. Can't we all just get on the one ship?
What are we gonna do with this ship that all the taxpayers of Novar have paid for?
We can give it to the pirates as compensation for these idiots for decimating their village.
Get your terminology right. The naval had it wrong. These are not pirates. It's an old home retirement.
That's right. Give it call it like not recompense. What's the right word?
Reparations?
Reparations for the Navarians for unlawfully attacking these retirees.
It's fine with me.
The boat pulls up.
Oh, there. Do you have an extra trained sailor who can steer this fine ship? Because they seem to be short one capable man.
Aren't we all going to that ship?
Oh, right.
Let's all hop on there. Do we need to?
2 of the deckhands from the other boat are like holding their hands, being like, "Oh, I'm getting conflicting orders." What's up?
We're all coming over there, guys.
Okay.
What's your name, by the way?
My name?
Yeah.
My name's Roderick.
Say Roderick?
That's right. Roderick.
Okay, nice to meet you, Roderick.
Nice to meet you too. Weird monochromatic Steve.
Before you guys get leaving, I'm gonna quick run to the shore and just find Birder and be like, "Hey, you can keep this other ship. We're just gonna leave it here. We're gonna take off with this other one. It's yours. Tell the other retirees we're sorry that some of them died, and we're gonna straighten things out with Navarian Hunters Guild." Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Birder.
Oh, thank you. Good luck.
And
Back at shore.
I take one of the feathers off my body, pluck it, and go. Here you go. Remember me by.
Oh, I knew you guys had. I knew it.
What?
On the journey out there, Steve misinterpreted your thing for. I thought you were trying to hook up with Birder. I was trying to talk to him for you while you were asleep. And then now this is just in Steve's mind, confirming that you do have a thing for Birder.
I have a thing for Birder.
Oh,
I totally forgot about that.
Oh. So, you guys all file into one boat. Sure enough, a couple of deckhands are handling the piloting of this boat. You guys have no need to worry about. You got 3 scared soldiers that are kind of huddled in a corner.
Hold on. I turn over to Worf. I go, "Hey, Worf, remember that one time we got the Waracan for free, and the Hunters Guild kind of got a little pissed off at us?"
They didn't get pissed off at us.
I remember they weren't too happy with us.
They never even knew about it, brother.
How happy do you think they are going to be with us when they find out we commandeered some of their naval fleets?
Are they
So they're going to find out anything.
Yeah, this isn't the guild ships.
Oh,
Yeah, more so, how happy are they going to be when we bring them a free fucking ship? It's gonna be a straight line for us. We're even.
all right, fair enough.
All right, well, so the day turns to night. And what do you guys want to do?
We're sailing back to the guild to drop off the survivors, right?
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense.
Fair enough. I mean, but you guys are all going to sleep together. You're going to deal with the 3 soldiers that have been huddling together. You're going to...
How
Piss
long
off
is it
the
going to
side
take us to get to the Hunters Guild, Matty?
Well, if you guys
We
remember...
can't just straight sail there, can we?
No, you definitely cannot. And not only can you not, but also this boat belongs to the 2nd precinct, which is Gosra's Wharf. So as far as
I
you,
recognize that.
unless you're about to say anything, they're heading for Gazra's Wharf, which is where your war can is parked anyways.
This is a good thing.
We can't lose the war again.
So, oops.
Well, hold on. Now, Worf's got me thinking here. Do we need to commandeer this boat and return it to the Hunters Guild?
I thought we were just letting them go back to the Navy.
I mean, would the Hunters Guild want to take over a stolen ship that belongs to the country in which they reside?
I don't know. They can always repurpose it. Isn't that what there's got to be like a medieval version of a chop shop?
I don't. I feel like they're gonna get mad at us.
Just Steve, take a back seat.
Okay.
They're gonna love us. They'll probably give us more money.
How are we bringing this ship all the way that far inland?
That is true. That is a good point. We're just gonna do what they did in Vinland Saga, and just carry it on our backs while Dan is at the helm shouting. Let's just do that. Maybe we can't do this, man. Can I, Maddie? How can I zoom in on this fucking map? Am I not able to?
Roll wheel?
Trying to, and it's not letting me.
It's just a picture of a boat. There's nothing on this.
No, the world map.
No, the world map. No, there isn't.
Because Altanova is where the guild is, right?
Yeah, there's no
tributaries.
I'll tell you this. Yes, there are rivers that lead from
but not deep enough.
Yeah, would survive. I mean, are you Worf? Marak, you're trained at least in survival or society, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you would know that, yeah, there are obviously rivers and bodies of water that would lead from inland all the way out to sea, there aren't any direct pathways that would be deep enough for such a large ship to make that type of travel.
Well, then knowing that, Marak's probably going to just back off on this whole wishful thinking. All right, let's just leave it alone then, guys. No worries.
So the night turns to day, and sure enough, as you four do awaken, you do find yourselves slowly approaching Great Britain with its flags painted blue instead. Fuck off. But you guys do approach Gazra's Wharf, and you see that you're probably about...
Did you change that?
Yes, I changed it. It was very obviously London or England. So I was like, oh, it's the closest thing that I wanted for...
I was gonna say, I thought last time was just a straight up British flag. But...
Oh, no. I did that before you guys even saw this picture.
Okay.
But you made fun of me immediately, and I was like, God, fuck, I spent all that time in Photoshop for no fucking reason. I thought I could, like, sneak that one under the fucking... Nope. But you guys have about 10 minutes before the ship docks.
All over one of those fine 3 gentlemen we acquired from the shorelines.
Yes, Big Daddy?
You should probably get these guys' names, right?
Sure. What's her name and the other 2 unfortunates with you?
Oh, well, my name's Aoden. Or shit, not Aoden. I read that wrong. I read that wrong. Athan. That's Athan. That's Brandor. And that's, well, I don't really remember his name, but we all call him Smokey.
All right, I'm gonna pull Aoden to the side.
Athan, Brandor, and Smokey.
Yep. I'll pull Athan to the side away from the other 2 and give him a little bit of a one-on-one. All right, son. Now tell me, where's your family live?
My family?
Yes.
Well, I mean, just a small village a small collation of villages outside of Alta Nova. It doesn't really have a name, but it's
About how far, in case if I decide to visit it one day?
I don't like just outside the walls, like maybe
No.
2 miles.
Okay. Remember this, the more specific you are with these answers, the better it will be. For if I find out that you've told certain people certain things you aren't supposed to know, I will find that place. And the less specific information I have means the more people I will have to chop through before I find the ones that I do want to find.
Okay, all right, fine. They're from a town of we're from a village called Thames. That's Taems. It's just a small collation of villages 2 miles south of Alta Nova. And my family, it's just my grandfather and my mother. Please, they're the sweetest.
All right,
youngest...
Ethan of Thames. I'm leaving you in charge because we have business we need to do elsewhere. And I need you to tell the Navy that that island is not what they thought it was. It was an old person's retirement home. There's nothing but old, harmless folk there, and the Navy should ignore it in any and all future military endeavors.
Okay, I'll just say that we failed in our mission to we couldn't we lost the fight against the sea wraiths.
No, you need to make sure that they know that that particular spot is the wrong target for any and all future endeavors. If I find out later on that they come under attack again, I will find your village. I will find your family. I will find you, and we will have a very long discussion about this.
Well, can I just say something, Mr. Big Daddy, sir?
Yes.
Well, you see, that island wasn't... I mean, everybody knows what Bandits Cove is. I don't know if I can convince the whole Navy to leave them alone. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. Please don't help my family.
Well, unfortunately, that is your problem, not mine. Do the best you can. And at the very least, if you can't succeed in that, make sure that you and your compatriots don't remember who we are. For if any of them bladder, if any of them tell anyone else who we are, I will find your family. I will find you. And I will have a nice long discussion with them.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Please just leave me alone.
Brock has been vigorously just writing all of this stuff down so we just remember all of this in the future. Like, we're making a huge laundry list of all the people we've pissed off or killed and all this stuff. And we could probably have these things recorded.
It's fine. It'll sort itself out later. All right, so when we dock, you know what you're going to do. I'm leaving you in charge of the boat, and do your best.
Okay, really.
And then I'm gonna walk up to him and I'll be like, Ethan, I know we met under difficult circumstances, but I'm glad that we're parting as friends. It's always nice to make new friends. And then I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay. He's just sobbing in the fucking corner, like slumped to the ground.
Question is, does Steve actually believe this, or is he like being sarcastic, or is this just like just awesome comedic timing? Like, Steve actually believes these things, right?
Steve believes them, yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, I just wanted to double check. Steve actually does believe. Okay.
So you guys do dock at Gazra's Wharf, port number 7. You do remember, hopefully. Well, you guys definitely remember. The war can is currently locked at a stable at the edge of town. You do have Hanal and the researcher Hanal and the warden Darby. Hanal has been pretty quiet, pretty tame about his whole capture and arrest. You haven't really delved into why or anything about that, but don't worry about it. Whereas Warden Darby has just been a mouthful the whole time, just bitching and complaining and moaning and making silly, useless, baseless threats like, just you wait until I'm out of there. I'll prove you all wrong. Y'all gonna get fired. But
well, and we know that Hanal, he wasn't really into the research. Like he was saying that the research was was bad, and there was some things that they were doing that was wrong, and it was Warden Darby who was pushing to continue the research, right, Maddie?
Well, let's do this, Peter. I want you to recall a knowledge, but the way I want you to do that is we'll just make it a perception check. You're going to decipher writing for me.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's a society check. Do a society check. Or perception, whichever one's higher.
I want to do society. Ugh.
Well, never mind. Don't worry about it. Moving on. So you guys, sure enough, are docked at Gosra's Wharf. Is there anything you wanted to do in town while you're still here? Did you want to just head out to the caravan?
Nah, dude.
We should probably go as fast as we can.
So you guys, as soon as you get on land, who is like
We've had a
pulling?
night of sleep by this point, right?
Yes, you
By the way.
have. So I've reduced your yeah, sorry. I meant to have you guys do that. Thank you.
Do you want to end the encounter as well?
Oh, thank you. See, thank you. This is why I don't have an active encounter.
It says it's active for me.
Oh, weird. It shows me as no active encounters.
Same.
I might have you as like combat state or something. I will.
Hold on, is he even with us right now? I only have Worf.
Oh yeah,
Morocco.
that's why.
British
Well,
Museum.
whatever. We're gonna move on from here. So who's got Hanal and Darby in tow? Who's pulling them, dragging them, carrying them?
I'll walk with our new friends.
Okay.
Road trip, guys. You excited?
As soon as I get the fucking Alt Nova, I swear to God, your job will be or your ass will be mine. I swear to God, your job's on the line, son. You hear me?
You're so funny, man. I love having you around.
Also, if you guys noticed, Dan has kind of like started just booking it. Not like, are you running, Dan, or are you just like speed walking?
I mean, speed walking.
Okay.
I don't know how long the illusion will last.
Understandable. But yeah, you guys see just as soon as the bridge is thrown down, Steve, you're kind of like getting Darby and Hanal start to try to escort them, and Dan just speed walks down the bridge and off into the edge of town. Worf and Morocco, what are you guys going to do?
I'm probably just following with Dan here,
Okay.
and because we're all going to the war camp, correct?
Yeah, well, Dan's heading to the war camp. Steve is going at his pace. Worf, what are you doing?
I'm just following along. I don't know why I would break off from the party or anything.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to make sure before I
I'll
move
go to
forward.
the war camp with Dan, and I'm gonna get it all rigged up and ready to go here.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so you guys get to the war can, and sure enough, the stable hands there just kind of toss it back, and one of them actually looks at the four of you and go, "Yeah, well, somebody was pretty active out at sea there. Did you guys handle your business pretty well, didn't you?" Looking at
Yeah,
the
it was a
two
great
captured
trip.
prisoners. Oh,
We met some new friends,
that's
and
wonderful.
we accomplished some stuff. Yeah, it was good time. How are you guys been?
Oh, it's good as ever. I mean, it's easy living being a stable hand, not gonna lie. These horses, he pats one of them on the hind legs. These are mighty fine horses. You guys sure have the best caravan I ever seen. It's a nice little drawing you have on the side of it, but I appreciate it all the same.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Here's
That
your
was
horses.
actually done, but it was Worf did the drawing, right?
Worf did the design for it, yes.
Worf designed this right here.
A beautiful design. Well, skedaddle. Have a good rest of your day. Safe travels out there, strangers.
Hey, you guys have a great day too.
So you guys go ahead and oops, I dropped two double Worfs. That doesn't matter. Here you go, Dan. But you guys head the road. Sure enough, you do know it's a 2-day adventure to get back to Alta Nova. Peter, give me a high or a low.
Low.
Beautiful. You guys, it takes you 2 days. You don't really see too many travelers on the roads leading from Gosra's Wharf, but as you get closer and closer to Altanova, sure enough, foot traffic does pick up quite a bit. Nothing strange, nothing out of the ordinary occurs on your trips. You were able to successfully camp for the night, rest up easy. So if anybody hasn't long rested yet, make sure to rest twice for the night. And yeah, sure enough, you were about 20 minutes from Altanova. And you're about 20 minutes out of Altanova, and sure enough, once again, Research and all keeping just to himself, not paying anybody any attention, whereas Warden Darby is just constantly spitting on the ground and just all pissed, ready to fight at the moment's notice. But you guys ride into Altanova, and nothing seems out of the ordinary as you approach the Hunters Guild. Sure enough, just as normal. Standard amount of foot traffic in and out of it. Different people going about their business, whether they're visiting it for the tavern or putting in a notice requests in. And you guys pull up to the Hunters Guild stable, where sure enough, Iman, the stable lady gnome, kind of hops out of her table behind her, or table in front of her, and waves you guys in to pull into the stable. Well, what do you got for me today?
What?
Silent people, are you? I mean, you guys aren't
push the rescuees forward.
You guys, I mean, not gonna lie, I've had plenty of people who are just all business and no talk, and I thought you guys were different. You seemed like fun people.
Yeah, can we just get paid? We don't want to.
Well, I don't do the paying, I just do the handling.
All right, well, here's these people.
Oh, well.
Usher, or
Also,
gesture towards the people.
Also, how are you? How you been?
I'm doing great myself. Is there any maintenance? She slaps the caravan. Is there any maintenance you need me to do before you take?
Gundren, how you doing, you old son of a bitch?
He's not there.
Gundren shows up for a little bit and then fucks up. Whatever. Fuck you, Gundren.
He's Gundren's currently at the Church of something or another. I forgot his deity's name. Deities. But she Iman looks at the deities. Iman looks at the two prisoners that you're trying to bring forth to her wharf and is like, no, I don't handle that. You can usher them right into Kron. He'll deal with them.
All right.
But
I'm just gonna walk past and aim for that then.
Yeah, sensibly.
Good to see ya.
Oh, good luck. Have fun. Hope you made lots of money. Gundren's still not here. Fuck off. So you guys head in with your captors in tow, and Kron's once again, just as always, just back at his board at the end of the tavern, making his notes, handing paperwork off to other people. And sure enough, he sees you guys approaching, and, well, how's my favorite party doing?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
Are those survivors or prisoners?
They're survivors.
Whichever.
Who are
you
also
prefer.
prisoners.
Oh, really?
I think the warden's a prisoner. No. Yeah, we gotta learn a little bit more about this guy, but
All right.
warden's a dick. I don't like him.
I can tell he seems to keep pissing about under his breath over there. The other one, what's his business? He looks at he points at the researcher, who's still stoic, stony-faced.
As far as, and correct me if I'm wrong, Maddie, as far as Maroc knows, that Hanal participated in the research but didn't like it and was trying to stop it.
Is that correct? I don't want a metagame. Is that correct?
That is somewhat correct, is all I will say.
Oh, you should let me rephrase. Is that what Maroc thinks?
Well, I mean, Maroc did fail his decipher writing, so sure, yeah.
Okay, so then that's what Maroc says. Is that Maroc is believing that he did participate in the researching, but then thought that it was going wrong, and so he tried to stop it.
From those words coming out of your mouth, the warden just loud as he can just, are you kidding me? That motherfucker? No, he's the one who drafted the big old fucking monster, the Bodak or whatever he called it. He's the reason that fucking outbreak occurred. I was trying to stop it. And now you guys drag me all the way from Akala to right in front of the Hunters Guild as if I'm some type of common criminal, spits on the ground again. Hanal doesn't defend himself.
That was the warden saying that?
Yes, the warden said that. All that. The Hanal he is staring at nothing.
Am I allowed to sense motive on the warden?
Sure. Of course.
Perception. I'm gonna hunt prey on this motherfucker.
Okay.
You don't want to give me a hero point from earlier from doing some awesome RPing, do you?
No, but I will give Dan an additional hero point.
Hey.
Because I keep forgetting to give those out. Well, Dan put the pants on. Let's put it that way. Kron kind of just like puts his hands up and is like, I don't have any care in this business whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, these men need to go to the circuit judge, and the circuit judge will deal with them. But those are 2 survivors, so as promised, we'll pay you your 200 plus $50 per head, or $50, 50 gold per head. Take them to the circuit judge. They'll deal with it from there.
So we each get 300 gold?
Yep, go and see Brienne. She'll pay you up. And I'll have Kuno take these 2 to the circuit judge for you.
Oh, did we lose all of our gold? What was it? Oh yeah, because I died.
Yes, remember I misinterpreted the level of which the resurrection spell could be, yes. I made you all cough up all of your gold to pay for the resurrection of Steve.
How much are we getting? 250?
300 each.
300.
So of course you guys head up to Brienne, who once again in her pissy mood just kind of slams the gold on the countertops and just take it and go.
Thanks, Brienne. You're the best.
Yeah, shut it. And with that, the completion of Aquila and everything in tow, I will grant you all
level 12.
280 experience points.
Wait, that's exactly what we needed. I thought you were a little dick.
That's more than I needed.
Hey,
yes, I had to make sure I went to the person with the least experience and give exactly that. But yes, you guys, after the completion of your first of 3 tasks, feel a sense of accomplishment as you take the gold off of the desk of Brienne. And with that, a surge of power emanates from you, as if, whoa, I can hone better, my skills even better now. I'm a changed man, or however your character might feel about it. But yes, you are all now level 6.
Are we leveling up right now, or what's the?
I'd say just put it to level 6 if you want to while we continue, because we got about 20 more minutes to move forward. If you want to level up while we're exploring, or just wait till after, that's fine. Doesn't matter. But okay. You are level 6 as of now. And sure enough, as to reiterate, you do have 2 other tasks. Now that you've completed the first one, the Kuno, the chaperone that went with the 3 of you to your first quest, takes Hanal and Darby off of your hands. Iman, the stable hand, is cleaning up the caravan for you guys. Dan has been very, very helpful helpful in making sure that nothing bites you guys in the ass for the excursion that just happened at the Bandits Cove. Now all you have to really worry about is the 2 other tasks. As to remind you, sure enough, whoever took the contracts wants to pull out and reread. Sure enough, you've got one from the one of the chancellors of Alsanova, who requests the recovery of his to-be-believed kidnapped daughter, and who he believes was taken by Valeran spies in the night about a week ago.
I mean, we definitely should get on that one.
Now it's about 2 weeks. The other, of course, is from a historian from the town of Masai, who requests the help of retrieving an ancient artifact from an ancient temple in the Great Elb Jungle of Novar. So those are your 2 tasks.
We definitely need to find the kidnapped person first.
Oh yeah, it makes way more sense.
I don't know. I feel like we should just, put that one off for another week. It's probably
Find some treasure.
The while you guys are kind of talking to each other, a person leans in and goes, if the chick's been kidnapped, she only has like 72 hours before she's most likely dead anyways. I think you guys should go for that treasure. But don't listen to me, I'm a drunkard. As he flops on the ground and starts
that treasure's
vomiting.
That treasure's been there for a long time. It's gonna be there. Our chances aren't the greatest since we went and did the whole zombie thing first, but also there was a time constraint there as well with the survivors. So, we're kind of damned if we did, damned if we didn't at that point, but I say we go for the kidnapped.
All right.
That sounds good to me.
So we're going to go for the kidnapped one.
Yep. Well, as I will once again reread from the contract that you were given, to the Hunters Guild. Oh shit! Sorry, I gotta pull up my NPC name list. Sorry, because I already forgot.
There's a jellyfish stance. What?
Sorry. So, Noble Chancellor Augustus wrote a contract to the Hunters Guild. My daughter has been kidnapped. Desnus 21st. Which is about 2 weeks ago now. Well, like 3 weeks ago now. Well, no, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, that it is because it is now Aristus. Well, no, with all your travels, yeah, it's been about 3 weeks because you guys 2 days there, 2 days through, 1 day back, yeah. So it's been 3 weeks.
Is there any? We're in the guild hall, right? Is there any update on that? Can we ask anybody?
You can ask the guild master. You can ask whoever.
Hey, Kron. Any update on this kidnapping case?
No, nothing that we've found. What does your contract say again? Your contract says that on Desnith 21st, Noble Chancellor's Augustus's daughter has been kidnapped. The only evidence that he has of the kidnapping was due to tensions that arose between his division and that of a Valeran troop that was sent in as a peace offering. Since then, his daughter has been missing, and he has seen no hide nor hair, nor any ransom, letter, threat, nothing.
We don't know for sure that she was kidnapped.
But she has been missing ever since an ugly affair between the Chancellor's division department and this Valeran troop, supposedly. But that's all I will say.
Let's go take a look then.
Take a look at what?
At that area.
What area?
Where she went missing.
Yeah.
Where she went missing from.
We go and talk to the guy first.
So what you're saying is you
Yes.
want to go to the noble chancellor's house.
Yes.
Okay, sure enough. Do any of you are any of you trained in society?
Probably not.
Let me check.
Those of you who are trained in society can either give me a roll, or if you don't have society as a trained skill, by all
If I'm
means,
society +7, should I assume that I'm trained in
yes,
it?
you're trained in it.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Bada
Perfect.
bang.
So Worf, you get the idea in your head, like, well, okay, obviously we got to talk to this Chancellor Augustus, and God, where does he live? Oh, actually, I know exactly where all of them live. They all live in the inner ward of Altanova, in the Great Tower at the center of the city. So you guys, so you know where he lives.
Okay.
Right. So you know where he lives. So you guys gonna head straight there? Is there anything else you wanted to do?
I'm gonna head straight there. That was the plan. Let's
Perfect.
do it.
Everybody
Do
else,
it.
you guys following? Did you have your own plans in mind?
Did we want to buy some potions before we went there?
I don't expect this to be combative or anything. I hope that he also wants to find this person, and we're gonna. I mean, this is a city, right? We can, if we have to disembark from it, we can load up on ship from there.
Exactly. And besides, you could always visit Gregorio in the basement of the Hunters Guild, where he sells all the wares anyways that you guys would need, like potions or potions of healing. But yeah, so Worf, you start heading straight down this the city streets, heading straight for the inner ward. Now that you guys are, actually, I'm gonna back that up. You guys start heading down the street, and you start heading towards the inner ward. And sure enough, the inner ward is locked up and gated, and there are two guards standing outside of one of the, technically two guards to be standing out of all the pathways to the inner ward, but specifically the entrance in which you are approaching. Two guards are standing guard at post at the inner ward gates. What business do you have?
I'm gonna flash my badge.
Oh, senior operatives of the Hunters Guild. You guys are surely welcomed within the inner ward. Open the gates! Sure enough, the gates push forward as a double set of doors inward. Well, good luck on your business, gentlemen.
I'll tip my hat, even though I'm not even wearing one.
You tip your... Are you balding?
No. I'm a full head of hair.
Okay, nice.
I just kind of wiggle my wig. Give him a wiggle of the wig.
The wiggle of the wig? Is that your full head of hair?
Yes.
But anyways, so you guys go into the inner ward of the city. Of course, you know which pathways to lead. You head into the tower that the noble chancellor Augustus would be staying in, and you approach his door.
I'll bang on it.
Okay, thank you. It's just like, I don't know. Do you just do what? Like I can only lead a horse to water. I can't put your mouth in the fucking river and force you to gulp it.
I don't know if that's a saying.
It is now, baby. But sure enough, you kind of rap on the door, and someone who, I'll say you guys would know well enough. Someone who is not Chancellor Augustus opens up and is, hello, what can I do for you?
I'm gonna speak out of the side of my mouth, be like, Steve, you take it. I'm bad cop, you're good cop.
Hello, my name is Steve. We are with
Hello.
the Hunters Guild.
Oh, the Hunters Guild. Yes, 1 second here. I said Senior Augustus. And she runs back into the building. And sure enough, this very, I wouldn't say very old, but definitely a very frail man approaches the door. And Well, hello. I hear you're the Hunters Guild?
Yes, my name's Steve. I'm with the Hunters Guild. These are my associates.
Hello.
We're here to look into your issue for you. We're just trying to gather as much information as we can to try to get this resolved as quickly as possible.
Fair enough. Please, come in. Have a seat. I'll have
Thank you.
I'll have my servant grab you some drinks. Are you thirsty? Hungry?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well,
I'll take food and beverage.
fair enough. He kind of snaps to the servant and fair enough shows you into a common room in which you guys could have a nice seat. He walks off to the back for a bit and comes back up and well, now that you're all settled in, how's your investigation been going?
We just started, sir. You were our first visit.
I see. And understandably so, the smartest approach. Yes.
How's
Well,
your relationship with... Is that his daughter? Sorry.
his daughter.
Okay. How's your relationship with your daughter?
Oh, we are very close. We were very close. But she, well, I won't lie. You see, Jaden, she's been very distant with me as of late. It's been about 6 months or so. She, definitely isn't the type to run away. I can tell you that. I know that.
Have you noticed anything strange?
Well, nothing that I could say from her, although she was for a time receiving some gifts from someone anonymous. A merchant would drop off gifts to her almost weekly.
Do you know this merchant's name?
Well, the merchant in question is Kirei. Kirei, very famous intercontinental merchant and trader. And so my suspicions were that these gifts are coming from Valera. And that's where I got to start putting two and two together. See, my division, the Ministry of Defense, we've hit a sort of stalemate with Valera recently. And so the peace offerings that Valera was trying to offer us through its troops, its troop that came in about 3 weeks ago, well, it went sour. But then the next day, she vanishes. So, unfortunately, that's all I have. I can grab you one of the gifts if you would like.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Okay, 1 second. Kind of goes on up a spiral staircase. About 4 minutes later, he hops back down and hands you guys what looks like to be some type of jade ornament, like a tiara essentially, or a crown.
Can I inspect it with perception or something?
Either a perception or a crafting.
Let's do perception.
Nice. So, Steve, you take the ornament from the tiara from Chancellor Augustus, and you kind of look over it, and nothing really immediately stands out to you. But you kind of finger through it a little deeper, and fair enough, there's a weird engraving on the inside of it. Something you can't necessarily make out to be anything of importance. It's certainly not in a language you would understand. If it were even a language at all, it just looks like a series of a couple of symbols to you.
Do any of you guys recognize these symbols? I'm including the guy we're interviewing in that.
I will say without a hesitation, the three of you. No, actually, Marak, you can go ahead and roll me a society or similar. But the rest of you would not know. And Chancellor Augustus actually takes it back from you. He kind of looks at it as well. He's like, wow, I've actually didn't even see these. Marak, did you want to make that roll? Is Peter even here?
Marog's dead.
We've lost him.
He's still in the Discord.
Okay, actually, so this is a really good point, good stopping point, because I've been holding in a shit for like the last 15 minutes, and it's like ready to burst. So
That's how long I've been nodding off.
thank you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave the server up if any of you want to level up, but this is getting so hard to hold. We will get back to this.
You're at home. Just let it go.
Dude, all right, I gotta go. This is about
You
to
have your
happen.
change of pants right there, buddy.
Shut up.
Is the stream
All right.
still going?
Yes, it is. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for joining. I don't care who joined or who's listening to me right now, but